People deluded, I'm back again. Now, West Brom have been relegated, and I actually have a video speaking about will they play their young players at the start of the season, but I didn't release it. I don't want to come across as some hindsight genius, so I won't release it unless you guys want it. But West Brom, now they've been relegated, they've actually been in good form, and it's very tight in the championship table. There's only a couple points separating many positions, so I don't want to draw too many conclusions, but it looks like they're going to get promotion back into the Premier League, and I'd like that for Darren Moore, the manager. And they've utilised youth. They've got youth on loan in Harvey Barnes from Leicester, who's played at the Toulon tournament, amongst other things. They've got other youngest players here and there. I think Tolson's there. The Manchester City lads there on loan. There might be a couple others. So yeah, their blend of experience and youth right now is making it all go good for them. And they've got some very good young players. They've got Harper, they've got Tulloch, Ryan Tulloch, who played for the under-17s in the summer in the European Championships. I've got a lot of time for him, and I would love him at Arsenal. He's a very good one for me. They've got a lot of talented players in defence, in attacking options all over. And if you're a West Brom fan, you know more than me. But one player I've got a lot of time for, and I think he's got this. He's very young. He's 16, but he's got the scope to possibly be a Premier League player one day. Is Aaron Rodgers, Morgan Rodgers, sorry. Aaron Rodgers plays in another sport, but Morgan Rodgers, I don't know where to start because he's got the physical capacity. I've been here with some players before. The first thing I saw when I saw him, they're completely different, but the first thing I thought is J. Emmanuel Thomas. Because J. Emmanuel Thomas had lovely technical ability and he had the physique to match. He used to bully people. This man is over 6 foot already, you know, and he plays like a midget, like a David Silva sort of player, in the sense that he might not be picking out lovely passes on that level, but he's a good dribbler. His link-up play is good. His movement is good. He's a technical-based footballer when clearly he's got the physique to just be bullying and roughing up, man. But that's not his game, and that will serve him in good stead when he goes to the professional level, when he steps up and everybody's physically grown, and arguably, obviously, he's growing and stuff, and he is a man, but essentially a young man, essentially. But when there's a 28, 26, 27-year-old and he's butch as well, it's not going to matter that you're physically strong. You're going to have to think quicker and do something, whether that's changing your run, a 1-2, swapping flanks, something in it. But for me, he is quality. He's got quick feet. He's a good dribbler, decent pace, physically strong, eye for a pass, link-up play is there. And he's part of the great under-17 side. Like that current England under-17 side, between him, between Harvey Elliott, there's many young great players within that side. It's very early to tell where they can go in their careers, but I'd be very excited about them. Miguel Aziz, Monsard, that's been at our club, Arsenal. There's some great players, and he's part of them. I think for England's under-16s, there was a tournament. He bagged a couple goals in as well last year. He's a very good player. And I don't think it's long before he makes his debut, if he hasn't already, correct me if I'm wrong, for West Bromwich Albion, because he's been named on the League Cup bench against Mansfield. He actually impressed me in the defeat as well. He impressed me in West Brom's defeat to Arsenal, if I can remember correctly, because it did take a bit of physical know-how to get the ball off him. It did take us to double up on him, and he really caught my eye. Like, he's been catching my eye. He's like, clearly for the last year or so I know who he is, but that game is really what made me make this video. I was like, no, who is this guy? Who is this guy playing for West Brom? He reminds me of J. Emmanuel Thomas on a tiny basis. He's not afraid to try a skill as well. He's decent shot, decent taker of chances as well. Got a decent shot on him. He's a player I like a lot, man. I couldn't believe he was only 16 when I saw him, not because of his physical attributes, but actually because of what he was technically doing on a football pitch and like the mindset. I'm always amazed by when I see young players with a mindset well beyond their ages. But yeah, man, he's a very good player, man, with the ability to match and stuff like that. He can play on the flanks, which is his key position, in my opinion. And I'm sure if you watch West Brom, he might be able to play in a couple others. But yeah, man, if I'm a fullback, I wouldn't want to play against him because he's got the physical attributes. You can't weight him, you can't move him up. He's 6 foot, you can't beat him in the air. If the ball's played over your head and you miss that header and he's quick, so he's gone. Like, yeah, man, you'd be really in for a test if you're a defender against him. So yeah, I hope he develops all the way. If he hasn't made his debut already, I hope he makes his debut. But yeah, he's a good player, man, and there's a couple good players in the Championship. I know I haven't made a vid, well I have, but I haven't released it again. Max Aarons, I've seen today he's actually signed a new deal at Norwich, and he's been called up with England's under-19s. He's a fullback who's been doing alright for Norwich. So there are a couple gems in there with Morgan Rodgers, clearly, of West Brom. Max Aarons, there's a couple young players about in the Championship. Mount's obviously doing his thing. So yeah, people, DG, if you wish, get in the comments, please subscribe, please like the vid. So yeah, I'm out, man. Thank you for watching.